welcome back to the Homestead.
All right, guys, I have got a special guest on the show today here at the Manti Homestead because we're going to talk rabbits, specifically meat rabbits. Why in the world would you have meat rabbits? Well, I'm a prepper. Are you? So I'm going to tell you why this prep is really as significant as backyard chickens, which we also do. But today what I'm going to do is I am with Trevor. He is my 16-year-old single son, by the way. And he has actually been taking care of the rabbits 100% for, how long have you been doing the rabbits, Jelly?
My whole life.
He says his whole life. He is a poor picked on kid. Trevor, if you need help, you got to sign language it to him. Are you in distress? So, I mean, this kid is a pretty athletic kid. He's on the sports teams. He has to wake up every morning. This is how he earns his cell phone, by the way. And so I'm literally just going to add amazing commentary while he does his amazing job taking care of the meat rabbits. And then we're also going to go check on the insulated coolers. They seem to be, I think, a significant part of how we treat our meat rabbit colony. And so if you haven't seen the videos of the insulated coolers, you should go check them out. This summer, we're also going to do a more in-depth view of or kind of like a way of how we built the insulated coolers, because it's a design that works really well, and I'm going to tell you one way that I would do to improve it. Okay, so now I'm literally just turning the phone backwards so we can go to the man, the myth, and the legend. So what are you doing right now, Jelly?
I got stuff in my mouth.
You can eat with your mouth full. It's our channel.
I'll tell you in a second.
So what Mr. Jelly was doing was watering through the cage our extra buck. So we have an extra rabbit up there because we learned during COVID that with rabbits from time to time, they just die. And so during COVID, we had all of these rabbits, and all of a sudden our buck died out of nowhere. He wasn't sick, he just died. We don't know what happened. And at that time there was a rabbit panic, and we were not able to get a buck during the peak breeding season, which is really right now. March and April, these girls go into high production. And so we learned that we're gonna always have a buck down here. In fact, that's him right there doing what he does. And she doesn't want it, but we need one up here because if something were to happen to him, we have a backup. Homesteading is about redundancies. So Trevor just went into I should have showed you, sorry, I was talking. So he just went in and got some rabbit feed. And so we've got to do something a little bit better. Jeez, kid. Maybe it's good that I'm out here. So that's how he feeds them. And then we use these waters, especially during the winter. So he just checked this one. This one's clear full. Hey, Jelly, when you fill that up tomorrow, will you clear that out a little bit? So we use this regular poultry water, and we have it on the heated base, probably only for another couple weeks, because during the winter in Utah, things get really cold. And so we want that heated base so that we don't have this freezing. Now in the summer, we have this set up, and I've liked it. It's worked pretty good. The rabbits come and push on this little deal here. It fills that up full of water. And then that way we can do, this is actually, I think 35 or 40 gallon water tank. And then you have a larger constant supply of water. So these are the girls, our insulated cooler design. I don't know where Trevor went. Our insulated cooler design is such that these rabbits can go down into these holes. And that's just one of those big, large tree containers that a tree came in. They go in the hole and then they drop down, and then they go inside of another hole, which is just one of these corrugated pipes. And then it goes down through the pipe about 3 feet into the very back of the hutch, which I'll show you. Back behind there is where the baby rabbits are. So I will show you the other side of it, because those insulated coolers do a couple of things. For one, in the daytime, in the summertime, they provide a cooler environment for the rabbits, because the male rabbits, if they get too hot, they actually go sterile. And then in the wintertime, it's more of a constant temperature again, but that would be a warming effect for him. So this is where his food's at. Hey, Jelly. So just be honest, as far as every morning taking care of rabbits, is this a hard thing? What's harder, the rabbits or the chickens?
It would be the chickens, but we already have the chicken feed in that one system, so probably the rabbits, just because it's more time consuming.
And how long every morning? I mean, this is how long it takes you to do both, right?
Yeah.
So all in all, knowing, here, let me grab this. We got a sport for the women. So Jelly literally just woke up, and really every morning it's doing this. It's just getting into a routine. So what do you like about rabbits and what don't you like about rabbits?
The meat's good. I don't like feeding them every morning.
So tell us a little bit about the meat, because I get on here and tell them it's good, but like, give us your honest opinion of the meat. Why do you like it?
You honestly just gotta try it. It's good.
What's it taste like?
Kind of like chicken, but it's better, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain it.
So let's just go over and show them the insulated coolers. Do you want to grab the camera real quick? And then try to, yeah, do it like that so that the sound carries. Okay, yeah, and stay there and kind of, you can even 0.75 it. So our insulated coolers are at the back of our hutch. We have this insulated board. So we have this insulated board here, and those corrugated pipes I was showing you come into the back here. Now the one design flaw that I have is we have just had all of our snow melt off. The cows want to be fed. We've just had our snow melt off, and so the bottom of these coolers are in, I don't want to say the water table, but they're in like the melted water table. So this summer I'm gonna, when there's no babies in here, I'm gonna dig this out and I'm gonna put some gravel underneath it, because I did drill some holes in the bottom of the coolers. And anyway, other than that though, this design is really cool because I can come in here, I can lift up this insulated lid, and we can see if we have any babies. Oh my God. And we do. So those ones, the mom doesn't have them covered right now, which is interesting. We're gonna have to watch them. Look at that. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna share with you a negative aspect of having a colony. I don't know this, but I think the mom just had those babies. I'm hoping that she's just going out to eat and that she'll come back and she'll shed her fur and cover them. These ones are not too much newer, but the mom has done well. So I don't know which mom is here, and there's probably a way I could tell because I have marked the ears, but we're so busy, will we? So if we have a bad mama, we're not gonna know which one it is. That's a negative to having a colony. Now, if you have them all in cages, it's a lot more organized. And because of that, if the mom's not doing something, you can try to get her to do it. If she stomps out the babies and she doesn't take care of them, you know, I know a lot of professional growers in cages are going to give that mom one more try. And if she doesn't do that litter successful that second time, the mom's gone. So we're going to watch that. I didn't know that. I actually haven't checked on these babies. This is actually very real. I'm really excited. We got 2 sets of babies here. Good job, Jelly. Oh, there's a mama, and you can see the little pipe she went up. That's great footage. Good job, Jelly. So you can see a nest right there without, you know, they'll come in and they prep it a little bit. They put their hair down on it, and it's not too wet down there, but still, again, I think I can make this system better if I have gravel, just so that it's drier. Last one. And there's nothing in there, and that was pretty dirty. So because it is growing season, I'm going to pay Trevor a little bit of money today to come take that poop out, and we're going to put some fresh shavings in there. We had done that, what, a week ago?
Yeah.
It was all nice and clean and dry a week ago, and since then we've got all this snow and moisture. But they find a way to make their nest anyway. So this is imitating a natural burrow where they're in the ground anyway, basically having their babies in a cave. So this mimics it. But the one thing that I found before is that when in my first setup with this hutch, we just had a bunch of pigs in here, and we're just like, all right, let's put some rabbits in. And we were letting them naturally just bury holes and make their own burrows. Well, what was happening is those caves were collapsing, and we wouldn't know where the babies were at, and it was just a little bit too wild in our rabbit colony. So we decided to bring just a little bit more control. I put a metal grate on the bottom of the rabbit's hutch, and then we put those tubes, and then we put these to replicate or to simulate burrows. But over here, I can check on it. So I've noticed today I've got a problem. See, because if that burrow was not exposed to me, I wouldn't realize that I potentially have a bad mama. And so I've got to figure out there. I'm going to watch that today and figure out what I need to do. I can kind of see which mom's in there. The one thing that we do during breeding season that we haven't showed you, we'll finish the video doing that, is we also give them constant alfalfa, because we want those moms to be healthy. They're going to be nursing their babies, and you can see there's a lot of babies. Let's go back and show them this, Jilly. Oh, there's the mama. So we're not going to bug her. I will have to show you another time. Let's just double check in here. Yep, that's something we're gonna have to watch. But you can see the amount of babies that they have. And so we want right now during this season, because we're gonna have, 30 to 40 baby rabbits born in the next couple of weeks. And we want those moms to raise them up, because when they start getting their hair on and start getting big, then they start venturing out into here, and we need them healthy, because in what did we figure in, Jelly, about three to 4 short months, they get up to that 6-pound mark and they're ready to be sold or to go to slaughter. All right, we'll go put the alfalfa in and finish the video. So it's not a very cold day. I'm probably just gonna leave that up.
Oh, could I use your phone light?
Yeah, show them how you do the alfalfa. You can give them 2.
That's just breaking.
And put it in that basket. Kind of maybe shake it upside down. Okay. Well, thanks, Jelly. Any parting words of wisdom? Today, will you go and clean out the hutches?
Probably.
So I like that. Even with pellets, they prefer the alfalfa. At this point, we're just pretty much going to let them have unlimited. And you can go ahead and judge how dirty that is, because to be honest with you, that's something I'm going to fix today. We have so much compost in here from the winter time. Like, this is all rabbit crap. Compost is just a very fancy way to say crap. Normally this is down about 8 inches, and then he has 2 layers where he puts the food, but yeah, we've got just a little bit dirty there. So these rabbits are very dirty right now, just because they've been playing over here on this side, which is not covered, and they've got all of that wet ground. But in the summertime, they just get, you know, really snow white, kind of like the very back of him. And they're really beautiful rabbits. So we did these rabbits. They're, hold on, let me zoom out. These are a New Zealand meat rabbit. As far as I'm aware, this is the #1 meat rabbit in the world. And they're mainly that way. Breeders and purchasers like the white fur, because if there is fur inadvertently on the meat, you don't see it. But I just say because of taste. I've only tasted one other variety of meat rabbit, and it was the champagne meat rabbit. And in my opinion, champagne tastes more like the pork chop side of meat, where these New Zealand taste like a chicken type of meat. And when you're eating meat already, especially when you're the first time, I'm not going to eat a rabbit, you know, you kind of get a little bit freaked out by it. You just want that meat if you're feeding other people and trying to venture into organic growing, producing your own backyard protein. If you can have just that normal tasting meat, this is something that all 9 of my kids will eat. My wife, no problem. And so this works good for us. Okay. So the other thing that we have in here is we do have some hutches. Again, this is very dirty because if these girls want to have babies outside of the coolers, the insulated coolers, we have the option here. Do you want to see if there's anything in there, Jelly?
Like this?
Yeah, or you can just look. I don't know if that will work. Here.
I could only see them with the light.
With the light, should we go grab a flashlight?
No, like turn your camera light on.
Let's see how we do it. Oh wait, we do have, we got more babies in there too.
Yeah.
Well, leave it on and let's go check the other one. So we do. So I'm a grandpa again. So we have 3 sets, 3 litters. So that's probably at least 8.
I don't think this one would because they didn't do the barrel.
Do you have a hole you can go see? Oh, that's cool.
There's a dead rabbit right there.
Here, do you want to use the light or can you tell?
I don't think there's any.
So this is kind of a good thing. See how hard it is to tell here? We normally don't have babies in here. There's been a few times, but I'll bet you we're about maybe 10 to 1. And it's so much easier just go check the babies on the outside of the hutch. So you can see there why we do the insulated coolers, baby. And this one, sorry, we're not going to check because if there's a mom getting in there somehow, we don't know. All right. Hey, congrats, dude. That's awesome. And by the way, all of that compost, all of that rabbit poop can go inside of our very famous now Manti greenhouse, baby. It is a 4-season, year-round greenhouse. And I'm telling you that rabbit compost is amongst the best of all compost. So it is so mild, you can almost plant directly in it. But when you're putting it on your flower beds, it is just a perfect way to amend your gardens and your grow boxes. So if you want to learn more about our off-grid greenhouse and how we are growing citrus, literally in the snow in Utah, dragon fruit, without any heaters. Look at this, calamondin. So it's another citrus plant, kind of like a lemon. And bananas in Utah. So I love that the rabbits create that circle of life because we're always taking green matter. Excuse me, let me do it this way. We're always taking green plants and waste to the rabbits to eat. They make their compost and then it comes right back in here for fertilization. It's kind of a cool system. So what we're really trying to, I wish I had more places I didn't have lines. Okay, so we've been working over at the manor all day today, and I'm coming out here with the rabbits. It's about 6 o'clock, and I'm kind of afraid. I'm afraid we have an abandoned litter. So we're gonna see if these rabbits are still alive or not. They are. So interesting. I don't know why the mom has not covered them, but they're moving, so that means they've been nursed. But see, you look at this one right here. And maybe they're just covered because they're new. So I don't know all the answers if you haven't been able to tell. And so I'm actually encouraged. I think if she had abandoned them, then they would be dead by now. Hey, let us know in the video if there's other things you want to know about our rabbit colony. We'll try to get some better videos in here. I'm going to do a video where we clean this up, where I modify my insulated cooler idea because I love the insulated coolers. And so we're going to get some footage of us cleaning that, and you'll be able to see the hutch a lot better. All right, see you next video.
Can I use your phone now?
Yeah, tell us a joke. All right, if you have made it this far in the video, then you deserve the final update on the rabbits. Homestead never sleeps, baby. Yes, I'm out here in my bogs, in my shorts, checking on little baby rabbits. So I don't want to scare the mama off, but I just want to know. Look at that. She's put fur on him. That is fantastic news, y'all. See how they're all moving? So both moms are doing fantastic. Much success, baby.